Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. well, Chad and Abby was in this episode, and they didn't really serve any purpose except for the fact that they were filling people in on the stuff that has happened for the last couple of episodes, as far as Roth and the gun and cloning, and other than that, they pretty much served no purpose. Literally didn't. Um, you had Gwen and Jake going at it like cats and dogs, literally. Just bickering back and forth. The usual, you know, Jake accusing Gwen of something nefarious or whatever. She's up to no good, which, let's be fair, she is. But, he accuses her without any proof of anything, and then Gwen just kind of goes out on a limb. Is like, oh, well, you're in love with Abby, and you can't stay, celibate, and I'm not gonna lie, just kind of go back and forth for a while, and then Jake gets like, there's one point where they're arguing, and Jake just raises his voice, and just was like, you don't care about anyone except for yourself, and like the emotion just seemed like it came out of nowhere. Okay, 1 minute they're talking and they're, just whatever, arguing back and forth, and the next minute his voice just gets loud, like out of left field, and I'm still just like, whoa, bro, where did that come from? So yeah, they're arguing back and forth. Kate comes in. Kate. So Kate has been pretty much running her mouth throughout town, just telling pretty much the first person that she sees pretty much that Tripp raped Allie because Allie says so, and she believes them. And she believes her. She had this talk with Roman, and I'm not gonna lie, it was really difficult to actually get through. Just the fact that, she's just going on and on and on about how Tripp did this and Tripp did that, and, Allie has no reason to lie, and blah, 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 and it's just, even when Roman was like, I can't believe it, he was doing so good, he was going to become a doctor, and then, of course, Kate was just like, oh, just because he's going to be a doctor, he can't be a rapist. It was just like, after a while, I was like, alright, so this scene needs to be, like, over. Like, it needs to be over. Thank goodness that eventually was. And then, of course, Kate comes back to the house, walks in on Gwen and Jake fighting, and Gwen scurries off, and Jake and, Kate do their little, I guess we can call it the dance of seduction at this point, because, they go back and forth, and one person sitting there talking about how, well, Kate was sitting there saying that there's still something between Gwen and Jake is like, last woman on earth sort of thing, and I really hate her guts, and, Kate is all like, you don't have to like a person to have sex or whatever, and I'm like, well, that's not entirely true, but okay, sure. We'll go with it. Anyway, they go back and forth, and, it's just this flirtation going on, and what the hell is this? I'm not even going to sit there and redo this again. So, yeah, they go back and forth, and, Jake says something like, along the lines of, I'm interested in bad girls, and any, and it is what it is. I know a lot of people are not for the whole Jake and Kate thing, but I have a feeling it's going to happen. It's going to happen, let's just be honest. And you know what? In a lot of ways, I kind of blame the writers for that, for not actually having enough available women on days. So, yeah. I think I pretty much mentioned that. Yeah, I did. Abby and Chad's scenes were pretty much pointless. And of course, Abby goes on and on and on about how Gwen is great, and she's doing such a great job, and she's going above and beyond, and she's my best friend. And I'm still sitting there thinking, this woman needs some friends. Like, yesterday. She needs new friends. She needs another friend. Can we just get this woman a friend? Up until the point even Chad is like, alright, so, let's just table the whole, Gwen is amazing, and let's just play some match tag. And of course, the minute they start, Gwen pops in, and, Gwen talks to, Abby a little bit, about how the party needs to keep going, and she says something, some sort of, line. And of course, the minute that Abby leaves, Gwen is all, like, practically trying to throw up in her mouth, pretty much, and again, I'm just like, great, so it's another scene of Gwen not liking Abby for some unknown reason that we haven't decided, that they haven't decided to tell us. Because why would they want to do that? Sweeps week. So Trip is, Trip is tight, okay? Dude's tight. And, I mean, granted, I can't sit there and blame him to some extent because they went behind, Trip's back. When Trip said, don't do this, I have nothing to hide, and yet you ran to touch behind my back. He talks to Steve. This is after the whole cemetery of him talking to, Allie, because, those things are always fun. He walks up to Steve and he's like, he's just upset. And he can understand why Kayla did it, and of course when he found out that Steve was the person that pushed it, he was like, I'm sorry, what? And he's just shocked and everything like that, but nothing really materializes from it. I mean, he's a little upset with him, but I feel like he's probably more upset with Kayla for some reason. And then we'll get to Kayla and Allie. Jesus Christ, Allie, sometimes I try not to be too hard on Allie. But it's really, really, really difficult. Allie's not there talking to Kayla. And, she's like, I have to test results or whatever. We're just waiting for everyone else to show up. Allie asks a really dumb question. Allie's like, well, do you think that Trip did it? You think that Trip is, you think that Trip is the father, whatever. Kayla's like, what, listen, there's really no need to answer that question. We have the test right here. But of course, Allie, being the genius that she is like, well, I want to know what your opinion is. Why? Why does it matter what her opinion is? I mean, she's already seemed like she's ready to bite off her head the minute she says something other than what she wants to hear. Listen, at the end of the day, despite if I like or dislike a character, there's certain things that I would never wish on a fictional character, let alone a real character. So, I'm trying to not really, be all sarcastic and just, well, let's be honest, kind of point out a lot of times how much she sounds like a dumbass, but, because of what she's been through. But her personality is what just is what I don't like, okay? Let's just shortcut it to I don't like. And so Kayla's like, what, listen, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna wait till everyone comes in. And of course, when Steve comes in and Trip comes in and, Allie is being Allie or whatever, Trip is like, she opens up the test. And of course, now, here's the thing. I can't even sit there and say I was right. I mean, I was right, but I was right. Probably millions of people who watched the show was right. And, Trip was like, oh, so I'm not the father, right? And Kayla's like, nope, you're the father. I'm sitting there like, of course he's the father. Of course he's the father. Allie does her stupid little look like she always does. I honestly tell you the truth. Maybe if this woman would actually, like, stop, like, slunching over sometimes and, like, actually stand up like a grown-ass woman, I probably wouldn't come down on her so much. But anyway, everyone's shocked. Steve is shocked. Trip is, like, upset and he's kind of shocked, and, this is where we are. I feel like... One second. Yeah, that's it. I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the review. I was not there thinking about my review yesterday, in the past couple reviews, and I was like, I know I've been, like, very, like, sarcastic and kind of, like, I don't want to say negative, but just been, like, this happened, this person's stupid, whatever. But it's like, if I even go back and I watch my old reviews, I don't think I was actually like this. But I can't sit there, and I was sitting there thinking about this when I was at work. I was like, I wish I could actually come home today and watch it and be all, like, super excited and just laughing or whatever. And I was like, I can't do that because the story is not allowing me to do that. You got people in the comment section that they're talking about, Gabby's coming back and she's going to spice things up. And, here's my thing. I've not actually been, like, lying, or I've been very honest about my feelings about Gabby. But you know what? At this point, and I know I'm going to regret saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. At least I actually have somebody else to, like, be mad at or sarcastic at or probably get her points for, other than Allie, because I can't deal with her personality. I can't do it. And I should tell you, I did forget about one person. I did. I forgot about Ben. How did I forget about Ben? Well, you know how I forgot about Ben? Because nothing really happened. The only thing that happened was that, you had Sean pointing the gun at Vincent, and then Vincent did what everyone probably suspect Vincent is doing. Vincent was just like, oh, well, I shot her, and I ain't showing any mercy. Just like you, Ben. Yeah. Thanks, Vincent. Thanks for wasting a whole hour and 20 minutes of my life that I won't get back. Thank you so much, Vincent. That was just... And... Okay. Tell me if this makes any sense. Almost, you know what, honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm glad that they actually threw Ben in there, because, well, first of all, Ben's an idiot. So they, pretty much go back to the police station, and, Sean was like, I can't let you leave, and Ben's like, no, it's fine, I'm okay. Why did they write him as a moron to some extent? On what planet do you think that you're going to just assault? That you're just going to assault a police officer, take an inmate out, kidnap him, hold him at gunpoint, and then it's just like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Is he okay? Cool. I can go home now, right? You can't be that dumb. You just can't be that dumb. And here's my whole other point about Ben. I feel like, well, without Ciara, what is Ben actually going to do with himself? I mean, let's be honest, most of the town probably doesn't like him. He doesn't really have a lot of friends except for Jake. What is he going to be doing with himself? I feel like it's sort of, you know what it reminds me of, and I'm going to probably just draw parallels to GH, is when Maxie left. Like, the actress Kristen Storm left because whatever various reasons she decided to leave. And Nathan needed a storyline. So they paired her up with a very annoying character that actually wound up turning out to be a great character. And did a storyline that a lot of people didn't like. And I feel like this is what's going on with Ben. Ben, without Ciara, is somewhat lost. Because the actress, for whatever odd reason, decided to leave. And now you have Ben just floundering around like an idiot. Doing things, wasting his life when everybody on the planet is telling him, don't do this, this is not what Sierra would want. When your own wife slash girlfriend that's probably dead or whatever, maybe or not, is telling you don't do this and you still do it anyway. I mean, come on, seriously, if they couldn't get through and they cared, why the hell should I care? I just, oh my goodness, honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed so hard when he was like, oh, okay, no, I understand, and, Cheryl was like, I can't let you leave, and Ben was like, no, it's okay. He serious? I'm like, he really just said that? I can't. I'm not gonna lie. You know what, honestly, to tell you the truth, that was the best part of this episode, was Ben. And not for any good reason. You know what? I gotta sit there and find entertainment in this show, because if I don't, then I'm gonna be sitting there getting the splitting headaches, and that they're trying to deal with Allie and just... But Ben kept me going, so good job, Ben. Good job for having them flying around like a damn idiot all throughout the episode. So at this point, I'm gonna go. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Yeah, that was fun. I feel better.